แล้วก็ไม่ง่ายนะครับเรียนรู้เรียนรู้เกี่ยวกับการพัฒนา
Okay, I was thinking about some good intro, but then, just hello everyone, I'm back again. Yeah, looking quite great, quite positive, very different from my last video, I know. Things can change a lot in a week. So basically, I'm finally, my decision is final. And I am now super duper sure and confident about these decisions, and I am super happy, super great. So here's some highlight of this week. The reason that I, delayed the recording of the videos again this week was because there's some major events happening on Friday, and usually I was supposed to record the videos on Wednesday. I try to stick to the schedules, but then, because of this event, I have to delay it a bit, because I really want to speak about this event so much because it's quite important. And this event is also a highlight of this week. So basically, this event is called CMU Open House, and yeah. So, oh god, okay, I'm lost in my mind again. Basically, I've already went to this event before once, last year. My school brought me there, and then this year was my second time. And because last year, the teachers kind of learned the problems that, we arrived too late, and everybody's already lined up at the kind of faculties tour. And yeah, basically last year I arrived at the university at about 9:30 or something, and it was like a sea of people. Everybody is already there, so we didn't really got a chance to go over and see and look at the faculties that we want to go into. We just have to look at the academic market. That's what they called, basically a various oh god basically many university will be there, kind of offering their programs and informations about the universities. Would you like to get in here? We have this kind of program and this and that. And yeah, it was quite interesting, but not for me it's not as interesting as going over to look at the faculties that you want to get into. But yeah, so this year the teachers kind of know the problems from the complaint of students and parents, so they decided to set up this new bus schedules. Usually we went last year we went to the university after we do the morning ceremony, but this year they decided that they will have the bus schedules ahead of the time. So the first round of bus is going to be at 6:30. Yeah, the bus is going to leave the school at 6:30. The bus is going to leave the school at 6:30. So I decided to go in that round, and it was great, but I thought at first I thought it was super early, but I still want to kind of experience it, it would be exciting for me. I kind of looking for stuff like that. So yeah, after that I arrived at the university at about 6:55 or maybe 6. It's close to 7, but it's still 6. But I was already hundreds on the queue. I was already the 100th persons of the queue to visit humanities, and it was quite surprising, but it was quite shocking, to be honest. So yeah, I waited there for 2 hours because the tour was set to start at about 8:30 or 9 in the morning. So yeah, I just have to wait it there, sitting there and doing nothing for 2 hours. And then after that, it was very chaotic because there's so many students. Every student's from I believe it's all over northern part of Thailand just came at the university on that day because of this event. But the humanities, the morning tour, they were going to accept 500 or 600 students at a time, so I was safe, which is nice. And yeah, we waited for 2 hours. Finally I got into the small bus, so we usually call it red bus here, and the bus took us to the faculties or the buildings of humanities. And after I got there, at first, I received this kind of like a paper. I'm not sure if that's really a word or not, but we received this kind of like paper, like, what is it? Well, we just received the schedules of like activities that are going to happen at the humanities buildings. There was so many stuff, because humanities are very big faculties and they have a lot of majors in them. So basically each majors will set up their own events, activities throughout the days. And I'd have to say that at first that I saw the schedule, I was quite disappointed, because I went to this event on Thursday, and this event is 2 days event, which is Thursday and Friday. And after I received the schedules, I found out that the activities that are going to happen on Friday is much more interesting. It's much more related to the major that I want to get in. So yeah, but after I got to the buildings, it was not that bad at all, because at the buildings, basically each major set up their own booth throughout the buildings, so we could just go there to like learn about the majors that we want to get to without having to attend into the activities that they like arranged for us. So yeah, after I got there, I went straight to the English major, and I kind of like milked the information from the seniors there. It was a really good experience and good opportunities for me, because to be honest, I'm thinking about submitting in my portfolios so that I could get through and get into this program by the first round of TCAS, but I didn't have that much of information to do so. And researching online is very hard. And yeah, so basically getting information from a person who really studies there is really helpful for me. I got to see the seniors who like got in last year through the first round, who got into portfolios. And it was really nice, I asked about the tips and tricks, and every question that came up to my mind, every question that I kind of like, piling up inside of me when I was doing the research online. Yeah, I tried to ask as many things as possible, but I couldn't stay there long, because there are so many students that want to get into that booth, because English major is like the biggest major in humanities, and it's the most famous major basically. And yeah, so I feel bad for like hogging on to the seniors way too long, not letting the others ask the questions that they want to ask. So I just have to ask the questions as fast as I could, and left as fast as I could also. So after I accumulated all the informations, I was left with nothing to do, because I got the things that I needed now. So, and it's still like 10 a.m. in the morning, and the bus was scheduled to leave the university and go back to school at about 2:30 in the afternoon. So yeah, I got nothing to do at all. So, but luckily though, I heard that one of my friends is going to come to humanities also. So I waited for her. Around that time, I was just being a creep, wandering around the English majors, too afraid to go in and ask some questions, because I've already go in, but because I've already went in, I'm not sure about the grammar anymore. So yeah, after my friends arrived, I sent her. I basically tagged along with her. She went to the Japanese majors, which is the majors that she wanted to get into, and yes, after we were done with that, we were left with nothing to do again. But we just walked around events, wandering around the majors that we want to get into, and then we noticed this event going on at the psychology major. Basically, they're doing this quiz or test about. There were two of them, which are personalities and characteristic and stress level. which is quite interesting, because I'm in the middle of the time that things things is shifting and changing. I'm about to get into the adulthood, even though I'm not ready. Yeah, so my friends and I decided to go in and take the test, and there are also like a queuing tickets. So yeah, we got the tickets and waited a bit, and we waited. We thought it was going to be long, but it turns out that we missed our queue. But unfortunately, the staff was nice enough. They said to us that okay, if the seat is available, you two could just go in. So yeah, I got in there with my friends, do the quiz, and waited outside a bit. And after that, they brought us to this place. It's kind of like an outdoors, a very open space. Sorry, it's like like a grass fields. The open space in the major, and it was like this setting, like quite a few of settings. It's like a tables and a chair, sitting apart from each other, leaving some spaces for consulting stuff, which is quite personal. And when it was my turn, I finally got there and met my consultant. The consultant was a student of the psychology major, and his name was Hunter. He was super nice. And my result of the first test, which is stress level, it turns out, Hunter said to me that okay, your stress level is very low, which I was really pleased with that result, because at that moment I was really happy. I was relieved. I finally achieved the things that I planned to do on that day. And it was not that surprising. But Hunter asked after Hunter said that, he just asked immediately after, but are you really? Which, if it was me a while ago, I would say that not really. But at that moment I was quite happy, so I just told him everything, what happened, my stress a while ago, and why am I not stressed now, kind of stuff like that. And after that, it was the result of the characteristic and personality test, and he said that I am quite a serious person, introvert, and the others and ecstasy, and which I'm quite agreeing with. Because it's quite an accurate test. And basically after that, oh god, I'm about to exceed my limits of length of the videos. Oh god. Well, but sorry guys, it's quite a week. Even though nothing much happens, but it's still quite a lot. Because I'm kind of like shifting from being like so stressful, so anxious and stuff, to just very bright and positive all the time. Which I'm very glad that I could finally be this person, finally bringing her back. Oh yeah, and after that I decided that I'm not going to take the school bus back to school anymore, because I was left with nothing to do again, for the third time in a row. And it was just getting to midday. Yeah. So I asked my friends, what was your plan after this? She said that she was going to go on movie marathon. So I just asked her like, could I tag along? And thanks to her, she agreed. So I'm really thankful that she agreed to that, and I tagged along with her. I got to see, and we went to see this movie called Bohemian Rhapsody, which I really, really loved, because I've heard which I am quite intrigued to watch it for a while then, because there were so many good reviews on the internet, and Queen's produced quite a music that I enjoy. Like I don't even know how to explain their music, because it was really nice and they were legendary, and I'm really touched by the music, and the movie was great. It was awesome. Me and my friends sit until the credits, and and we cried again after the song comes up at the beginning of the credits. Yeah, I was really emotional because, you know, I also love to sing, so, and performing on stage was kind of like the most difficult things for me. And by seeing someone who's so passionate in performing on stage and so confident, it just really touched me. You know, I could relate to that so much, and I really admired that person, Freddie Mercury. He is totally a superstar. He was born for that. And yeah, I think that's it for today, because if I just keep talking like this, I think it's going to reach like half an hour. So yeah, see you next week, and I hope next week is going to be nice as this week. I'm not shifting and changing back to my old self again. Bye.